Well, I still go by the name of Oscar City Football, where we discuss anything to do with football from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. First and foremost, I really need to apologize to my subscribers, my followers. I haven't been posting content for some time. There were some issues that prevented me from posting anything, but I promise I am back, and my sincere apologies to you all. Well, I am coming back at a time of significance, definitely for the Christian community. Well, they are commemorating the crucifixion, the burial, the resurrection, the ascension, the glorification of our Lord Jesus Christ. Well, and I'm coming back at a time where in the football space, the big eight in the continent are set to clash in the upcoming weekend. And definitely on this episode, I'm giving my preview, my predictions on what might actually come out on the first legs of these 8 teams meeting up. Well, I think for the very first time in a period of around maybe 10 years, if not over, where in the last 8 of the competition, we just have 2 North African sides. That is Al Ahly, the defending champions of Egypt, and Esperance de Tunis from Tunisia. Everyone else from North Africa fell by the wayside. In the group stages, Pyramid FC failed dismally, were last in their group. CR Belouizdad of Algeria were suffocated as well, because in the past we will have an average of 4 or 5 teams from North Africa. This year we only have 2 from North Africa. Now the good news is that East Africa have got 2 clubs from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and it's the giants of that nation, that is Yanga and Simba FC. It's actually very good for Africa. It's a big improvement. It's the first time CAF Champions League Quarterfinals have 2 Tanzanian clubs making it in the quarters. And then following the great exploits of the Elephants, the Ivorian national team, ASEC Mimosa have made it also to the last 8 of this year's CAF Champions League. All the others are regular features. Mamelodi Sundowns, Petro di Luanda, TP Mazembe are also coming back into the fold. So we have a good mix of everyone: North Africans, Southern Africa, Central, East, and the matchups are just fantastic. I can't wait for all these matches to really take place. Obviously, I'll be giving my predictions for each match, and one thing I really need to make mention of is the fact that I've read a lot of articles, watched a lot of episodes on all these broadcasting, all these broadcasters talking about their quarterfinals, that weekend that's coming up. And I've noticed that no one is actually giving Petro di Luanda of Angola a chance. Petro di Luanda in this year's campaign of CAF Champions League, they're the only side out of the 8 that did not concede a goal in the group stages. Everyone else conceded a goal. TP Mazembe conceded 1, Mamelodi Sundowns conceded 1, Yanga conceded plenty of goals, but equally scored as much. And really, no one is giving Petro di Luanda a chance. They've got a great keeper in Hugo Marquez, and majority of these players were there when they did that great upset at FNB against Mamelodi Sundowns about three years ago. So you still have your Toros, you still have your Gilbert, you still have that spine is still intact, and that is an advantage to the technical team. They still have the same coach, and they've accumulated a lot of experience in the journey of CAF Champions League. And Marc Marquez actually Hugo Marquez actually came out and said they want Mamelodi Sundowns in the quarterfinals. And should they win everything on their side, their quarterfinals, their semi-final, and Mamelodi Sundowns do their same thing on their side, they will definitely meet in the finals. So I'm basically saying that people should watch out for that Angolan side. They are very, very, very good. Dangerous on counter-attack, dangerous on set pieces. They've got big boys up front. Their wingers are incredible. They do well in that 3-4-3 formation. So we really have to, everyone that has made it this far is capable of going all the way. You cannot undermine any team that has reached this stage. Now, let's just go maybe to the matches. Obviously, the big matches will be in Tanzania this weekend. So let's just maybe start with Esperance and ASEC Mimosa. ASEC Mimosa won their group. Esperance were runners-up in their group. So they playing the first leg at home in Tunisia. Well, with Esperance, they've got some Brazilians in the squad, in particular Rodriguez, who the number 9, big boy, 1.3 centimeters tall. So the advantage of ASEC Mimosa has been their defense, and obviously with the loss of the leading goal scorer currently, just forgot how to pronounce his name now. He's been lost to ASEC Mimosa to go play in the Bundesliga of Austria. It's going to be interesting how they approach this one, because they are also a ball-playing team. But typically, North African sides are dangerous with set pieces. They almost like spend majority of their time, rehearsing and practicing it. So ASEC Mimosa should watch out for those Brazilian, in particular that number 9, very good in the air. So it's going to be an interesting match. I think a 1-1 or a 2-1 loss for ASEC Mimosa would not be a bad scoreline. But equally, a 1-1 away from home for ASEC Mimosa would be a great result. But I actually see this one going 2-1, Esperance winning the first leg. But going back to Abidjan, it's going to be a difficult one for Esperance, especially if they concede this coming weekend against ASEC Mimosa. The second match between neighbors of DRC and Angola, I'm talking about TP Mazembe and Petro de Luanda. Going to Lubumbashi, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one in that small stadium for Pedro de Luanda, but they've done incredibly well in CAF Champions League campaign. I mean, they went to Esperance, they didn't concede. They went to, I think it was Sudan in the group, they didn't concede. So I honestly see them going to Lubumbashi and coming out alive there. They might actually come back with a 0-0 scoreline, but they're also fully capable of scoring or nicking one goal in Lubumbashi. But I see this one ending 0-0. Now, all the eyes in Africa will be zooming into Benjamin Mkapa Stadium in Tanzania. Friday, it is the battle of the Reds between Simba SC and the defending champions Al Ali, Pharaoh's grandsons. And on Saturday, it is Yanga FC versus Mamelodi Sundowns, the yellow clash or the yellow derby. Friday, Simba FC playing Al Ali yet again. These two clubs actually met in the AFL, and it was 2 draws. The first leg was again in Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. It ended 2-2. The second leg ended 1-1. And actually Simba were kicked out of AFL because of an away goal rule. One wonders how they will approach this game. I'm seeing a lot of mind games from both sides, announcing that some players are out injured. I see now Egypt were playing New Zealand, and about 4 players were, one player, a star player, the diminutive midfield player or attacking forward, is it Ashur, had a shoulder injury. Others are saying 4 weeks. Others are saying he might be out for 3 months. I don't know if it's mind games or not. El Shenawi has been out for some time. Dieng was out. It looks like he's back in training. And then El Shahad, their star player, was also rumored to be out injured. I actually don't know what is true anymore, because the Tanzanian journalists are saying this, the Egyptian journalists are saying this. So I'm more interested in how Kola is going to approach this game as an away team. Everyone knows in Africa that when it comes to knockout and then this stage of the competition, Al Ahly know how to win. They can actually go to Tanzania and actually lose the game 1-0. But when it's time to go back to Cairo, it's going to be incredibly difficult for Simba FC. I honestly think that if Simba want to give themselves a chance, they should not concede a goal at home and actually win this game by at least 2-0. But we know Al Ahly is dangerous up front. If you give them a chance, more likely than not, they kill that chance. You have a Pesitao, you have the big boy, you have Al Shahad if he comes back, and it's going to be interesting how the Simba boys, is it Kibu, the Tanzanian boy, they really need to step up. Obviously the stadium will be chock-a-block, it will be full. All Tanzanians have been exhorted by the government to support the 2 clubs. There's even a promise from the government that if the 2 clubs make it to the semi-finals, there's great bonuses for technical team and the players. How do I see this one? They've played each other about 4 times or 6 times, and everything is just equal. Tanzania, the Simba have won 2, Ali have won 2, they've drawn 2, so it's everything is just equal. But I honestly see Simba winning this game, and I don't see them winning without conceding. Although it would be nice to see Simba winning this game without conceding, but I doubt they will win without conceding. I see a scoreline of 2-1 for Simba SC, but Al Ahly is an experienced side. They can score more than 1 goal if you allow them. If you give them a chance, they will definitely punish you. They are number 1. Simba SC also rumored to be injured, so I'm not sure how trusted is their number 2. But anyway, I think Simba SC will win this one. Won't be easy, but a 1-0 score, 1-0 score win, it might not be enough. Hence, I'm saying a 2-0 would be great to take with to Cairo. The last match I need to predict on is the team I support and I really adore, Mamelodi Sundowns. They are playing the Yellow Submarines of Dar es Salaam. It is going to be an exciting one. We're meeting our former coach in Gamondi. We're meeting our former youth product in Kibo Skudu Makudumela. And this is a side that loves scoring, but they score as much as they concede. So if you're going to play against Mamelodi Sundowns and allow Sundowns chances, they will definitely punish you. But these guys have got a number 10 from Ivory Coast who I love the boy. And I don't think he will last at Yanga. And they've got a lot of national players from Congo, from Kenya, everywhere. And I think if you want to watch a match where you will see ball-playing teams, fast wingers, good strikers, shots at goal, good midfield players. I think this is the match to actually watch. I'm really, 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 really excited about this one. And if there was a time for Mamelodi Sundowns and Rolando Mukwena to actually go all the way and win this tournament, I honestly believe it is this campaign. And if they want to go all the way, they need a positive result in Dar es Salaam. And a positive result will be scoring more than one goal and coming back home without losing. Whether it's a 2-2 scoreline, whether it's a 2-1 win for Mamelodi Sundowns, but if they score more than one goal away from home and not lose the game, it's going to be great. Mamelodi Sundowns don't concede a lot of goals, but they do score a lot of goals, and they play without fear. It doesn't matter where they are. As the Egyptians, as Wydad Casablanca, they don't fear anyone. The difference this time around is that this is not a North African side. We're playing an East African team, completely different from the opposition we face in the in the quarterfinals. So I can't say Yanga is a physical side, but they believe in their ball players, but they do whipping across here and there. So Mamelodi Sundowns defense must be alert, and their full backs or whatever Mukwena calls them, they must be alert. I don't know if Zuko is going to play, but Mudau is back. I don't know if AB will be playing, or Mudiba will be trusted. The number 10, I think, is always secured with Tambazwane, and Ribeiro hopefully is back from that hamstring injury. I'm not sure, but there's sufficient cover in Serino, who is rejuvenated, who is back to the Serino we all know. Shalulile has not been scoring a lot of goals, but yeah, I scoreline on this one, I think Mamelodi Sundowns is going to win this game 2-0. I know Mamelodi Sundowns is very stingy at the back, and but the stadium will be bouncing. And Benjamin Mkapa will definitely be bouncing. Happy to produce at least this episode, and I can't wait to do reactions in all these matches upcoming weekend. I still go by the name of Cafcl Football. Do not forget to like, subscribe, give your comment. What do you think, people from Tanzania? What do you think, Angolans, Congolese, North Africans? What do you think about your teams? Who do you think is going to win this year's edition of CAF Champions League? It's exciting. The matchups are all balanced. It's actually very difficult to give predictions. I'll be happy to see the last 4 sides without any North African, and I'm just being blunt and honest about this. Yeah, thank you for staying this long, and may my God bless you all.